Hello and welcome back to another Marks Mondays. Today I thought I'd continue. A little while back I made a video saying about the councils bringing in lots of no overnight parking and how it was affecting van life. And a few people on YouTube turned around and said, well, you can park anywhere, it's not an issue. Well, Scarborough seems to have brought out a ban on overnight parking down at certain areas. That followed with the whole of Lincoln town centre being banned from overnight parking in camper vans. That isn't just like the local area, that is just like all the council car parking areas in the whole of Lincoln. And recently Morecambe Council have also followed suit, and they're having a meeting on the 13th of December, which is in a couple of days time. They're having a meeting and they're discussing whether they're going to bring in a ban for Morecambe to have no overnight parking. So it seems to be spreading, that it hasn't just sort of ended at Scarborough. It seems to be all the towns now seem to have jumped on the bandwagon and following suit with this no overnight parking business. And yes, a couple of YouTubers have turned around and said, is that really going to affect van life as an whole? I think it will, personally, because what will happen is the seasidey towns at the moment, like Scarborough, Morecambe, in the summertime they have something along the lines of 50 vans parked along the seafront. And I'm going to turn around and say, yeah, it's your own fault, guys, if you continuously park van after van, bumper to bumper, 50 vans in a line along the seafront. What do you expect the locals and the councils to do? Now, me personally, I don't care if you park multiple vans all together. I'm not the one making the rules. It's going to be the local people and the councils making the rules, and they will decide on what happens. And if the rich people in the area make complaints to the council's going to do what they're asked to do, and that's ban parking. You need to be more considerate. Yeah, you can park there, there's no yellow lines and you have a right to park there, but to continue to do so will mean it will be taken away from not only you, it will be taken away from all of us, everyone that wants to park down by the seaside. So you've got to start considering, we've got to start considering, is it worth going to park next to the van in front, or do you just find somewhere else to park for the night? And let's face it, during the night you don't see any of the view. You're in your van, you've got your door closed, you've got your heater on, and you've got your curtains drawn, so you don't see the views. And talking of views, let me just show you where I am, because this is a really nice view. Now, as you can see, there's two other vans parked down there. And that is it. But you can guarantee that if people in that house over there start complaining about multiple vans being parked here, the council will stop it. Anyway, so you've seen my view for today. Obviously I'm in Sioux's van because Sioux's been out camping in the woods. If you want to watch her video, I'll put a link below, and you could, or a whatever you call it, somewhere. Sue will help me put something in somewhere, so you can sort of get a direct link to her video. Yeah, so if it continues, what will happen is, and Scarborough have already realised this, Scarborough have now said they're looking into the possibility of banning the whole of Scarborough area from motorhomes and camper vans, simply because they're worried about the knock-on effect that if people are not going to park in their usual spot down by the seafront, they'll go to other areas. And that's exactly what I've said in the past, that van lifers will go park somewhere else on the back streets. For us, we live in our vans, so we don't have the option of not being in the van. The weekend guys do. And I'm not sort of pointing the finger at anyone and saying you shouldn't be parked there, because anyone should be able to park in an area where there's no restrictions. So that's my view personally, that I'm not blaming any one group. But obviously what's going to happen if the council continuously shut down places that vans park at, eventually it's going to affect areas like this here. And you'll have more and more vans parking here, and then this will get shut down. And that's one of the reasons I've stopped advertising on our channel. So yeah, we've got to sort of manage the parking ourselves. If we don't manage it, if we don't look at what we're doing, the councils will manage it for us, and we'll have parking bans everywhere we go. There is, I've started a petition to try and stop the councils, but I don't think they're going to listen. So yeah, you've now got Scarborough looking to ban motorhomes altogether. You've got Lincoln, who already have banned motorhomes altogether, and now Morecambe is going to follow suit. And I don't see that anyone is going to, I don't see any of the councillors in Morecambe objecting to the proposals, because it's a council, it's a Labour council, and any Labour council is going to support the idea of banning vehicles. That they don't want people driving vehicles. Unfortunately, the Labour government, if you're not aware, are totally against people driving vehicles. Right, so some of you YouTubers have turned around and said it's not really going to affect van life, because they're not going to come around knocking on van doors to see if you're sleeping in there. Well, they might, but have you also considered that if bylaws come in to say it's illegal to sleep in your van anymore, you can't make a YouTube channel promoting van life, can you? Because you're promoting the fact that you're breaking the law, which in effect is against YouTube rules. So you'll be breaking YouTube rules, which means your channel can't exist anymore. So that will end van life on YouTube altogether. Just something to think about, isn't it? That you're saying park where you like, it won't affect us. I think the travellers, the gypsy travellers, found this out already, that if the councils really want to get rid of them, they will do so. And it's now become us in the spotlight. It's the camper vans, motorhome owners that are being forced to go and pay extortionate rents on campsites for facilities that we don't even want or need, in places that we don't even want to stay. Okay, so the reasons that the councils are stipulating that they want to ban the no overnight parking is that there's multiple vans parked too close to each other, and they're breaking the 6-metre rule. So this is a fire risk apparently, and a fire risk to the local housing and local people, local tenants, local community, which is complete utter bullshit, I know, but this is part of the issue of parking camper van after camper van bumper to bumper. Like I say, it's what we as camper van, motorhome full-timers need to actually realise and do something about ourselves. That it's no good waiting till the council tell us we can't park. Let's stop parking next to each other in the first place.